The most important thing you should know about PR is that it's all about sharing the right information with the right audience. I will introduce myself and tell you 3 most important facts you should know about me. And then I will give you a chance to do the same, because all this audience could be very important for your product, for your career, and just for your leisure. So you will have a chance to introduce yourself to all of the people around. So my name is Anastasia Shvestova. I'm one of the most trusted public relations professionals in the field, having worked with such web giants like Facebook, PayPal, WeWork, Instagram, and others. Today I have my own PR agency, which is working with the companies like SingularityNET, different VC firms, Bitfury, and others. I'm also a jazz singer, and if you want to learn something about international PR, you should ask me these things about. So that's your turn. If someone can give me a microphone. Oh, that's a very fancy microphone. All right, who wants to be the first? We have 5 slots, please. You should be the first. Round of applause.
What should I do?
You should tell us 3 most important things about yourself for this audience. Your name, your occupation, and how you can help us with something.
Okay, my name is Ekaterina Buchneva. I'm from Russia, and currently I'm working in Prague as a senior producer of international TV channel. I can help you with storytelling, researching and understanding trends, and currently I'm looking for transition into technology, media, technology, entertainment, as I'm fascinated by innovation and all the great changes it can bring.
Great.
Hello, my name is Daria. My background is in project management and AI research, and now I have switched to robotics and automation quite recently. So bringing all that together, what I can help you with is automating all kinds of processes you can imagine.
Thank you, Daria. Let's let the man talk.
Hello, my name is Siet. I work at kiwi.com as a finance programmer, and that's what can I help you with? Building APIs for payments and stuff like that.
Two more.
Hello, my name is Peter Schanflug. I'm working in Honeywell as electronic design engineer. What I can help you with is electronics, mechatronics design, and such things.
And the last one, but not the least.
Hello, my name is Teresa Tofarova. I work as a project engineer for Honeywell Aerospace, and that's why I can help you with certifying any aircraft you would like to have in your fleet.
All right, thank you. After this talk, you can turn around, pick one of the people sitting next to you, and just tell a few things about yourself. And probably you will work together for many, many years. So maybe this person will invest in your startup. Or maybe it's a reporter like Kati, and she will write a story about you. So, what exactly... that's me. What exactly is PR? And why is it useful to you? PR is always a B2C marketing instrument that lets you leverage attention and people's voice and reputation to spread your message. We as buyers make purchasing decisions every single moment. And most of the time, we base our decisions on people's reputation. For example, how are you going to choose the new aesthetist or a masseuse? Probably you will call your girlfriend and ask her for a recommendation. That's how PR works. That's how the entire world of communication works. We don't have time and energy to make our own calls all the time. So we go to someone we trust and we get recommendations. What is the most important popular posts in Facebook, in your Facebook feed? besides your pictures, your selfies, bikini pictures from the last vacation, obviously, according to experience of many, many bloggers, the most important post which are getting the biggest, the largest number of engagement are posts with recommendations. And it doesn't matter if you're seeking for recommendations or if you're given one. When I just started to work for Forbes magazine, I was 17. I had zero network. I was still in the university, and I really wanted to get some contacts because that's how you write stories. So I asked one very famous PR person to help me find some experts. I was writing a story about female tech, and she posted a Facebook post about me and tagged me. After a while, after probably 20 minutes, I got 1,000 friends requests from different important people in the industry, and they all wanted to be involved in my social network somehow. Why did it happen? Nothing has changed with me. I didn't launch any product. I didn't get a new job. I didn't win a prize. But I was recommended by a trusted person and I got reputation in the field. So I got the power of three: message, unique information, and credibility. Your source of information could be your friend, a niche blog, or the Wall Street Journal. It doesn't matter. They're all authorities that can help you make your decisions better. That's why you trust them for. It's not just you that operate that way. It's all about that. We all operate that way. There is a friend of mine in this room who is an excellent reporter. You already met her. Her name is Kati. And as a producer, she is looking for recommendations and for people every day, every hour. And she's looking for these people through her network all the time. For example, when she needs someone from AI space or VC or maybe some female entrepreneurs, she always calls me. Or you all know the Forbes list, Forbes 30 under 30. But do you know how the process works? You have to be recommended by 10 or 15 important people for Forbes reporters, Forbes staff writers, who have credibility and access to them. So that's how it works with PR all the time. The more recommendations you get, the more chances you have to be in the list. So that was about peer-to-peer interaction example, but can you imagine if you, as a tech company, could leverage media to spread your message? How powerful that will be to have all the audience listen to your message and think about your strategy and check your product. That kind of audience means a lot of users for you. That's why PR is powerful. That seems pretty simple, right? That's about the manicure and masseuse. But PR is misunderstood all the time. PR is always a B2C marketing, business to consumer. The B2B element in PR between you and reporter is an illusion. Media serves consumers, you serve consumers. And that's how it works. To get media attention, you should think what media audience wants to hear, what they want to read, and then you will get access to the reporters. Even powerful people are normal consumers of media. It doesn't matter if they're bankers or backers, they all read media like the regular consumers. For example, I got this beautiful and very funny video of some weird animals bathing in the sink. And this video got something about 12 million views during the first 5 hours while it was published. And I got this link from the founder of the company, $1 billion company, which is about to do the IPO. So that's how it works. I got this message from him, and we shared it, and that's not about his company, that's not about finance at all. So, that's Elon Musk smoking weed, and that's even much more interesting for some tech entrepreneurs and media consumers than an annual Tesla report. So if you want to get attention, just try to think like a human, try to think what is the most insightful and inspiring fact about your company. Yeah, and now, serious example, not actually serious, but a little bit more. I'm working with this company, SingularityNET, which raised $36 million within 66 seconds during the ICO because of that lady. That lady became famous, and this company became famous. It was the only one in the first robotic ICO. Sofia was raising money to develop her brain. The investors got crazy. The price for the token was super high. We got $360 million in pledge orders from investors from all over the world, just because Sofia was so popular at that time. That's it. No financial results. Probably not all of these people read the white paper by that time. But it was so exciting and so scary, and using her reputation and her brand, we managed to bring all of these people into crypto space. A year after, we took a picture of Sofia with John McAfee. John McAfee is a famous entrepreneur and a Twitter freak. So the token price raised its price maybe like 50–70% during the first few hours after we posted the picture on Twitter. And it's hilarious that before that, we launched an amazing partnership with the Maltese government, and probably this partnership would create thousands of jobs in AI. But no one noticed that, even though we had a publication about it. We had Wall Street Journal or Forbes, which wrote a story about them. But yeah, it was not so popular. But before we will talk about how you can do PR for your company, we will talk about the when, because that's the most important ingredient. The right time to do PR for your company is when your product is ready to scale, when you have a strong message, when you have unique information or results, you have product market fit, and when your ideas are on the trend. If you keep in mind all of these things, you'll find relationship with the media very productive and useful. I have one funny example from my practice. We have a very interesting venture capital firm we're helping with PR recently, and they invested in a seed stage company a few $1 million. They asked us to help them with PR. The founder wanted to get some international attention so hard, and we worked hard to get him his interviews. His dream was to get a feature on TechCrunch. And when we managed to get him an interview and we were so excited about it, we found out that the founder doesn't speak English. That's the thing about the when. First of all, learn the language, scale your product, test it, then go to TechCrunch, because probably you will have another chance, but you should not count on it. Barack Obama got his second chance. Do you think the other president will get? I doubt that. Well, there are happy stories like about this venture fund and the founder who didn't speak English, but we got him another interviews and we got a ton of press and they got 100 customers from the very beginning. But there are sad stories about the when. This logo of the Kinopoisk it's one of their largest catalog companies in Russia about movies. They owned by Yandex. Yandex is one of the largest tech companies in Eastern Europe. They decided to do a new website, to do a redesign. They worked so hard on it, actually a few years. They put a lot of money in this project. Best people were working on the redesign. They managed a great party. They created suspense around it. And then one day they just turn off the old website and turn on the new one. And it was so different. The community was shocked because community had the UGC content there and they were not ready for these changes. When you have a lot of people who are using your product, you should be modern and creative, but also you should know that your community is very conservative, especially for the products which are they products as well, because they put their money, they spend their money on the products you develop, they put the content there, and they want this product to be just like they had it before. So Facebook is a very good example, which I want to share with you regarding PR and redesigns. Look at the old logo and the new logo. Does it look different to you? That's how you should redesign your product when you have community. The second important thing is if you realize that your product is ready for PR, if you have all the ingredients, you should understand if your ideas are on trend. The key to a great PR campaign is good timing, and there is a cycle of ideas in the media. If the market is ready for your product and mission, the cycle can drive your message far and beyond. Crypto market is a good example. I remember a time when the only thing I knew about crypto was like something drugs, weapons, something, don't look at it. And to learn more information, I had to dive deeper into some source of information, but I didn't need that. But 2 years ago, boom, everyone talks about crypto. I got into crypto, and I managed to convince TechCrunch to write the first story about cryptocurrencies. Remember my previous statement about drug dealers and weapons? As the opinion leaders approved the crypto rush, it became super popular to be a crypto entrepreneur. So everyone started to talk about crypto, even though there are still so many suspicious characters in this field. The tricky thing about PR is also that you cannot measure the results. It's much more like a brand advertisement than anything. The same campaign for the similar company can bring dozens of new users. For the other company, it will damage the brand and ruin the reputation. So you should remember that you have to have all the ingredients before you start in the PR campaign. Even if one ingredient went bad, the whole campaign will be ruined. So let's talk about the how. What do you need to launch a powerful PR campaign? You need a strong message that shows your mission, your product value, and other important things you want your audience to learn about the product. If you have great messaging, your grandma will understand it and will finally get what you do in your company. Also, you need unique information or results, but what does it mean? You need to have something amazing, which is very, very different from what people think about the subject. And also, this information should be very specific, and it should scare the audience. You cannot Google this information within 5 seconds. For example, this article from Science and Tech publication, that's our case for the company which is producing analytics for game designers. We launched a research that, according to our data, women are better players in computer games than men. That got viral because that's so unique, you know, like boys are playing games, girls are doing something else. And it got viral. We got some coverage in Japan, in Taiwan, in the States, everywhere in Europe. Our founder had some interviews on television, and it brought so much attention to the company. It helped them to move forward with some investment rounds. When you realize that you have a strong message, and you can explain it in one sentence, you have unique information or results or some exciting facts, you also have to have credibility. How do you handle it? As a small tech company, you basically lack credibility because you are no one. That's why all this investment round news and partnerships are so popular, because when an important VC firm or an investment bank or a big corporation put the label on your product, it means that you can be trusted. But that's not the only way how to get credibility. There is a better way and much more exciting. You can get credibility by leveraging your social media platforms. For example, this guy, he's my friend. He is not very popular person, not like Elon Musk or someone, but he has 171,000 followers on his Twitter. And he's important for media because media is seeking for new audience, and they think if 200,000 people wanted to know something about his thoughts, the media also will get some attention by using this speaker. So I will have some short conclusion now. If you got the story, the secret, and you've got credibility to back it up, you're ready to take your story to media. Then you just need to be ready to grow yourself. Product market fit, infrastructure, tech alignment, trend alignment, but that you can all learn from other tech speakers who are much more credible than I am. We have been working with big brands and small startups for many years, and we drive the B2B sales up to 1000%, all through diligent and focused execution and principles I shared with you. If you have the right ingredients, you're ready to do PR. And it doesn't matter if you're a small company from Czech Republic or a big corporation from Silicon Valley. You can rock this media space. That's all.
Thank you very much. Come on stage.
I feel so big here. I don't used to it.
We'll stay on stage so that we have access to all of you. Thank you very much. As I said, like you can see that really connecting via information is also a really strong and important way of connecting communities. We have a question here, so you will see if you can see where it goes. It asks, do you know the case of Terranos and Elizabeth Holmes? If so, what do you think about it? Because it seems to be all PR.
Actually, I don't know anything about this case, so I should read a little bit about it and then answer the question. Who asked this question? I will talk to you in 15 minutes.
Okay, wonderful. So in the space of this thing, we've heard in the morning a lot of ethics. Like, do you have like ethic experts in the PR world really having also this? Because I think it's really important, right?
You mean if we have ethics experts in PR?
Yes, ethic experts. Or I mean, for example, when you have a PR conference with other PR people.
PR conferences are awful. Don't go there. They are lame.
So I was wondering whether this is really a topic that someone would say, okay, let's discuss ethics. Let's have some code of conduct for PR. How does this work?
Well, usually company decides inside the company which kind of strategy they have. For example, there are businessmen I don't support it all. They harass women and they still get some media attention, but that's not the media attention I want for my clients. That's all coming from here and from the founder of the company. You should be critical yourself for what you say, and then your entire team will do the same. But unfortunately, with all these fake news, scandals, media that are seeking attention and looking for scoops, it's getting worse and worse. But we should manage it by trying to be critical to what we think and what we say in public.
Yeah, this is really, really important and cool. One more question from the app is asking, where PR for crypto startups like SingularityNET any different? If yes, can you tell more about it?
It is different because usually these companies don't have any products, and they're just creating this cool idea, and you have to have a great credibility to convince people that they are able to share this vision and to build this product. So you have to be very careful choosing with who you work in crypto space. Especially, it was very damaging for your reputation if you work with a company that disappeared after the ICO, like 2 or 3 years ago when the ICO rush started. Right now, it's a little bit different because the industry is not as emerging. It is getting very interesting to work there because Microsoft is launching some things, IBM, Whole Foods will accept Bitcoin anytime soon, and etc., etc. And finally, all these companies that raised money through ICOs, they are developing products. And now you can understand who was right and who was wrong and who was just trying to, get attention and raise some money. But that's the main difference. Another difference is that because this market is not very well regulated, you can do anything. But not anything, but most of the things which you cannot do, for example, for the companies that are in the process of IPO. This market is super strong, regulated, and you cannot share any information there, but with ICOs you can be creative. For example, you can say that Sophia decided to, raise money to make your brain stronger and more sophisticated, and that's how it works there.
Yeah, I'm wondering, like in this crypto world, it must be also it must take some effort to understand the product really well to be able to communicate it to the outside. Is there a process, like when you start working with a new product, a process how you would like get to understand the product really well so that you are able to communicate the strengths that maybe are not emphasized by the company because they do not have the way of looking into the product through the eyes of the customer.
I see. So we have a 10 steps process when we work with the companies, and usually we start from their very basic questions. What is your idea? What is your goal? What is your problem? Your audience, and etc., etc. And then we spend almost from 3 to 6 weeks trying to understand what is the best for this product and for this company. And only after that we are diving deeper into, or going public. I have tech analysts in my team. We are not a traditional PR agency where you have account managers, PR managers, and writers. We have guys who have PhD in physics, in math, and investors. And we think about the companies like tech people, like investors. So we're trying to, to be much more diligent about what we do, and that helps us create better messaging, obviously. So if you want to do PR for tech companies, probably the right process to start with is to learn some tech stuff and learn some business stuff, and then run to a PR conference and look for some recommendations and people. If you know a topic, if you creative, you don't need to know any specific things to be a PR person. You just need to be very passionate about what you do and what you do PR for.
It's very good. I actually like that idea that you need to think about also investor. Like if I was an investor, what would make me, invest in this company?
Yeah, and that's true. And when you do PR, you spend all of your time on doing PR for this project. And time is the most valuable resource. It's much more valuable than money because there are plenty of venture funds which are looking for new investment opportunities, but your time is the most valuable resource in your life. So you have to check 3 times before you go public and spread the word about each product.
Yeah, exactly, and reputation also, right? So you are building your reputation. So you need to make the good decision about.
Yeah, and building reputation is a hard thing. You can spend years by doing that, but you can ruin it within one bad client or one bad article. If a reporter will realize that you're a liar, it's the end of your career. They won't trust you anymore. So that's important as well.
Very good. We have one more question and the app, but I would like to take a question from the audience as well. So is there a question in the audience waiting for its chance? Then I will take the question from the app. It's actually coming back to creating your network, a network of your peers. And it's asking, what is actually the most effective way to forge true connection, to leverage? So how to meet as well as to make it deeper than just networking?
My key ingredient for having a successful experience at a conference, for example, is to focus on maximum 3 connections. And usually the best way to get these connections is to have a friend with you or a person you know, so this person can introduce you to some other people. And if you spend at least like 20-30 minutes with each person, you will understand if you're gonna create better connection afterwards. You don't need just to come to everyone, give her a business card, and then run to another person and give another business card. It doesn't work. If you ever write a follow-up after a big conference, probably only like 5% of people will answer you. But if you spend 2 days of the conference talking about some deep topics with some unique people you're met there, you will have these connections for like a long period of time. I really like attending these small conferences where you can talk to everyone, choose the right people for you to network a little bit more, and then try to develop this connection. If you want to get attention of some person who is much more important or have better career, or maybe it's a speaker and you just listen at the audience, you have to understand that this person gets requests all the time, and to get his attention or her attention, you have to think, how can I help this person? What is important about me? And then try to reach this person and try to make contact and be very specific about what you can do for this person. Ask your friends to introduce you to someone. Ask your neighbor sitting next to you to introduce you to someone. And also, if you have a problem or if you have an idea, don't be scared and don't stop sharing it with anyone. Probably there is a person sitting next to you who can help you with something and you just don't know. And this person don't know that you have this issue because you're not sharing. So information, and sharing, that's the key to good networking and leveraging it to the next level.
Yeah, I actually love the idea of putting you before the break because I think that we got just wonderful bridge to a coffee break, which will take 30 minutes, so you will have time to network. What opening sentence would you recommend to the guys to use if they want to network? So what opening sentence they can use?
Hi, I'm Anastasia. I can help you with PR, and I can sing you a song if you want.
Okay, wonderful. So you can use a similar sentence with people around you. Enjoy your break, enjoy your coffee. Let's thank Anastasia once again.